Hello, and welcome to Pod of the Week, a place where I get to share my thoughts on pods I think you need to know about. Now, this is a shameless plug. Yes, I will not only present to you podcast episodes, but something within the audio space, the audio sphere, if you'd like. And this particular audio production is an audiobook, one which I had my hand in creating and the production, the audio side of it. And this is an audiobook by a very good friend of mine, a consummate storyteller, an award-winning storyteller and poet, and just a wordsmith, someone who's able to pull words together and create a world that is just unimaginable. She's just that brilliant. And her name is Siphokazi Jonas. And this audiobook has recently been finished a couple of months ago, so it's fresh off the press. But it's something that I want to encourage you to support, purchase, but also have a good listen. And this audiobook is called When Weeping Becomes a River. Now, the subject matter is not for sensitive viewers, it's not for a younger audience, and it's around gender-based violence. But it's a story that maybe seemed odd for the festive season, but it's a story that definitely needs to be told. With high numbers of gender-based violence in our nation, this story seems to put it front and center in a way that is creative, but also a way that gives us an understanding. And this audiobook puts two disciplines together, two storytelling disciplines, one being the actual story, the thread that we use through, but also the poetry element, which just emphasizes and strengthens the narrative through. So I encourage you to listen. Like I said, it's a heavy book, but it's a book and a story that needs to be told. And she's just a fascinating human being, which I want to support. So if you want to know what it sounds like, have a listen.
Penguin Random House South Africa presents Weeping Becomes a River. Written and narrated by Siphokazi Jonas. Kwathi-ke kaloku ngantsomi. The village. A woman gave birth one night in a village. In those days, women delivered their offspring quickly, but this child was so stubborn that she took a week to make her appearance. The village women who assisted in the birthing hut noticed strange unfoldings during the labor. Firstly, the womb waters flowed from mother in a stream that went out of the doorway. The youngest woman was sent to follow and see where the waters led, and she returned to report that the stream had reached the banks of the great river and disappeared. The girl then emerged with a cry, which sounded more like a lamenting widow than a newborn. But what frosted the hearts of the women with fear was the absence of an umbilical cord. Those with delicate knees were ready to escape the hut, but they paused at the warning of grandmother, who reminded them that women must protect each other's secrets for their survival. And so, they cast their wisdom into the hearth, contemplating how they could fulfill birthing rituals ngaphandle kwenkaba. Finally, they agreed to make an incision on the baby's navel with a stalk of grass, and to let it bleed over a slab of mimosa bark. They hoped it would eventually heal to look like any other navel scar to the villagers. The bark was buried where mother had labored, and she was allowed to wash herself and the girl over the spot. The women then returned to their homes, carrying the silence of that night. Back in the hut, the girl would not cease her crying. Yet she refused mother's milk. As midnight stretched its limbs over the homestead, her tears were interrupted by Ikhalanga landing in the doorway. Its wings and silhouette cast a shadow into the hut.
So, if you're looking for an audio piece that fits within your audio sphere, but a story that is important to our nation, and a story that needs to be told, and from a fascinating storyteller and a consummate storyteller, then this is the podcast for you. So remember, pods are not for some.